You think you need expensive pistachio paste to make a bakery-quality pistachio raspberry cake? Think again. Today, I'll show you how to make completely natural pistachio paste at home, and then we'll use it to create one of the most beautiful and delicious cakes you'll ever bake. Just look at that slice. No artificial flavors, no shortcuts, just juicy raspberries, real pistachios, and a combination of flavors that simply belongs together. For the sponge cake, you'll need 8 large eggs, 100 grams shelled pistachios, 140 grams granulated sugar, 210 grams all-purpose flour, 1 vanilla bean, or 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. Crack the eggs into the bowl of your stand mixer. Add the sugar and salt, then whip on high speed for about 10 minutes until the mixture is pale, fluffy, and has tripled in volume. Sift the flour one more time directly into the whipped eggs. Mix on the lowest speed just until the flour disappears. Then finish folding gently with a silicone spatula. This keeps the batter light and airy while making sure everything is fully incorporated. Meanwhile, roughly chop the pistachios. Don't grind them too finely. You want those little pistachio bites in every slice. Fold the chopped pistachios into the batter. Pour the batter into a 9-inch cake pan. That is 24 centimeters. Give the pan a couple of gentle taps on the counter to release any large air bubbles. Bake at 355 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius, using conventional top and bottom heat for 40 to 50 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Let the sponge cool completely. Wrap it tightly in plastic wrap and refrigerate for 2 to 3 hours. Chilling makes it much easier to slice into perfect layers. Now let's make the homemade pistachio paste. You'll need 100 grams shelled pistachios and 1 teaspoon neutral vegetable oil. I'm using a regular coffee grinder for this, and honestly, it does a fantastic job. Pulse the pistachios in short bursts, stirring well after each round. This helps them grind evenly without overheating. As the pistachios break down, they'll naturally release their own oils. That's when the magic happens. The dry crumbs slowly turn into a rich, creamy pistachio paste. Right at the end, add 1 teaspoon of neutral oil. It gives the paste an even smoother, silkier texture. Now let's make a bright, fresh raspberry filling that'll add the perfect pop of flavor to the cake. You'll need 500 grams fresh raspberries, 90 grams granulated sugar, 20 grams cornstarch, and 40 milliliters cold water. Add the raspberries to a saucepan. Stir in the sugar and cook over medium-low heat, stirring occasionally. After about 3 minutes, the raspberries will have softened. Press the mixture through a fine mesh sieve to remove all the seeds. You'll be left with a silky smooth raspberry filling. Pour the strained raspberry puree back into the saucepan over low heat. Stir the cornstarch into the cold water until smooth, then add it to the raspberries. Keep stirring constantly until the filling thickens. As soon as it reaches a gentle simmer and the first bubbles appear, remove it from the heat. Transfer the filling to a bowl. Cover it with plastic wrap pressed directly onto the surface to prevent a skin from forming. Then refrigerate for about an hour until completely chilled and set. Take the chilled sponge out of the refrigerator and slice it into 3 even layers. Start with a shallow cut around the entire cake, then slowly work the knife deeper while rotating the sponge. This gives you clean, even layers every time. Most of the pistachios settled into the bottom layer while baking. We'll place that layer right in the middle of the cake, so every slice gets an extra burst of pistachio flavor and a little more crunch. Now let's make the pistachio cream. You'll need 400 grams cream cheese, 400 milliliters cold heavy cream, 70 grams powdered sugar, and 100 grams homemade pistachio paste. Add the cream cheese, powdered sugar, and pistachio paste to the bowl of your mixer. Mix on low speed just until everything comes together. Scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl with a silicone spatula, then mix again until perfectly smooth. Pour in the cold, heavy cream and continue mixing on the lowest speed. Mixing slowly helps the cream come together smoothly and keeps it stable. Whip in short intervals, checking the consistency every few seconds. Keep the mixer on low and don't over-whip. As soon as the cream becomes thick, smooth, and holds its shape, Stop mixing immediately. Transfer the pistachio cream to a piping bag. Spoon the chilled raspberry filling into a separate piping bag. Now it's time to assemble the cake. Place the first cake layer into a cake ring and lightly brush it with milk. Pipe the pistachio cream in a spiral, covering the entire layer. Spread the raspberry filling evenly over the cream, stopping just short of the edges. Now place the pistachio-rich cake layer on top. Remember how we saved it for the middle? This is why. Every slice will have a delicious layer packed with little bites of pistachio. Brush the second layer with milk. Pipe another spiral of cream, but this time leave small gaps between the lines. Those gaps will create beautiful ribbons of raspberry filling when you cut into the cake. Fill each gap with the raspberry filling, finish with the final cake layer, and brush it with milk. Spread the remaining cream evenly over the top using an offset spatula. Cover the cake with plastic wrap, making sure it touches the surface, then refrigerate for at least 8 hours or overnight for the best texture and cleanest slices. Once it's fully chilled, remove the cake from the refrigerator and finish it with a generous sprinkle of chopped pistachios. And now, it's finally time for that first slice. Remember when I said you didn't need expensive pistachio paste? Here's the proof. Homemade pistachio paste gives the cream an incredibly rich, authentic pistachio flavor that store-bought shortcuts simply can't match. The fresh raspberry filling adds just the right amount of brightness, balancing every bite with a touch of natural tartness. The result is a cake that's elegant, incredibly flavorful, and surprisingly easy to make from scratch. If you're looking for a dessert that tastes like it came straight from a high-end bakery, this is the one. Give it a try, and don't be surprised if it becomes your new favorite.